Dear friends, if you are living with diabetes, you've probably been warned to stay far away from dried fruits. Doctors, dietitians, and even family members may have told you, too much sugar, too dangerous, avoid at all costs. And at first glance, that advice makes sense. After all, dried fruits are sweet, concentrated, and often linked with sugar spikes. But here's a surprising truth that modern science has uncovered. Not all dried fruits behave the same way inside your body. In fact, some of them may actually help lower your blood sugar, improve insulin sensitivity, protect your nerves, and even strengthen your kidneys and heart. Yes, you heard that right. Certain dried fruits, when chosen wisely and eaten in the right portions, act more like medicine than dessert. Instead of spiking your glucose, they release energy slowly, nourish your cells with antioxidants, and even help rebalance key hormones like leptin and ghrelin, which control hunger and fullness. Think about it for a moment. Imagine eating something chewy, naturally sweet, that satisfies your cravings, but instead of harm, it quietly works in the background to heal your metabolism, support circulation, and calm inflammation. Wouldn't that change the way you look at dried fruits forever? That's exactly what we are about to explore in today's video. We'll uncover the top 3 dried fruits that every diabetic should know about. For each one, we'll break down its glycemic index and glycemic load, so you know exactly how it affects your blood sugar, its healing nutrients, and how they impact your nerves, kidneys, and heart. Scientific research findings that confirm their benefits, safe portion sizes so you can enjoy without fear. And finally, a simple, practical recipe to turn each dried fruit into a blood sugar-friendly snack. And stay with me until the very end, because the third one is not even sweet. In fact, many people don't realize it qualifies as a dried fruit at all, yet it works almost like natural glucose therapy. Let's dive in. Number 1. Prunes, the sweet healer for blood sugar and nerve health. When most people hear the word prunes, the first thought that comes to mind is digestion. Prunes are commonly known as nature's laxative, used for centuries to ease constipation and support bowel health. But for individuals living with diabetes, prunes are much more than just a digestive aid. These chewy, naturally sweet dried plums are a hidden powerhouse, providing multiple layers of protection for blood sugar control, nerve function, cardiovascular health, and overall metabolic balance. Let us begin with one of the most surprising facts about prunes. Although they taste sweet, their glycemic index is only around 29. Their glycemic load is approximately 10 for a standard quarter-cup serving. This means that prunes have a low glycemic impact when eaten in controlled portions. Unlike many processed sweets or high-carbohydrate foods, they do not cause sharp blood sugar spikes. Instead, they release glucose gradually, allowing the body to handle it in a steady and balanced way. For people managing diabetes, that difference can be the line between an energy crash and sustained fuel for the day. Nutritionally, prunes are packed with health-promoting compounds. A quarter cup, which equals about 5 to 6 prunes, provides around 3 grams of fiber. Fiber is essential because it slows down digestion and reduces the absorption of glucose from the gut. This helps keep post-meal sugar levels more stable. That same portion also contains more than 300 milligrams of potassium, which is about 7% of the daily value. Potassium is vital for blood pressure control, especially in diabetics who often have vascular damage from long-term high glucose levels. Prunes also provide vitamin K, small amounts of iron, and a variety of antioxidants, including chlorogenic acid, which is known for its role in supporting insulin sensitivity. Research has begun to highlight these benefits in measurable ways. A clinical trial published in the Journal of Medicinal Food found that prune consumption significantly improved antioxidant capacity and reduced inflammation markers. Another study in the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that replacing high-sugar snacks with prunes helped improve post-meal glucose control in individuals with type 2 diabetes. In fact, after 4 weeks of consistent intake, participants recorded reductions of up to 18% in their postprandial blood sugar levels. This is a striking result for something as simple and accessible as a dried fruit. The benefits of prunes extend beyond glucose. For nerve health, which is a critical area of concern for diabetics, the polyphenols in prunes may protect the myelin sheath, the fatty coating around nerves. This coating is often damaged by oxidative stress and high glucose, leading to neuropathy, manifesting as tingling, numbness, or burning in the feet and hands. By lowering oxidative stress and reducing inflammation, prunes help support nerve conduction and reduce discomfort. Animal studies have also shown that chlorogenic acid and related compounds can improve insulin signaling in the nervous system, suggesting a direct protective role. Cardiovascular health is another important area. Potassium in prunes helps counteract the sodium imbalance that contributes to high blood pressure. Soluble fiber lowers LDL cholesterol, reducing plaque buildup in arteries. Interestingly, prunes also provide boron, a trace mineral that supports bone density and hormone regulation, areas often overlooked in diabetes management but crucial for healthy aging. One unique feature of prunes is their sorbitol content. Sorbitol is a natural sugar alcohol that acts as a mild stool softener. It is absorbed slowly and does not trigger insulin spikes the way refined sugars do. For diabetics, particularly older adults, or those taking medications that cause constipation, prunes can serve a dual purpose, easing digestion while helping with glucose control. A study in the Alimentary Pharmacology and Therapeutics journal found that regular prune consumption improved bowel movement frequency by more than 25%, while simultaneously reducing C-reactive protein and TNF-alpha, two key markers of inflammation often elevated in people with uncontrolled blood sugar. Of course, portion size matters. A quarter-cup serving provides about 20 grams of natural sugar, which is safe when balanced with fiber and low glycemic load. But eating too many prunes at once may cause bloating or diarrhea due to their sorbitol content. Experts recommend starting with 1 or 2 prunes per day and gradually increasing to a small handful as the body adjusts. People on blood-thinning medications should also be cautious, as vitamin K can interfere with dosage. In practical terms, prunes can be enjoyed as part of a balanced snack. Pairing them with Greek yogurt or almond butter adds protein and healthy fat, further reducing glycemic impact. A simple recipe is Prune Energy Bites. Blend prunes with chia seeds, cocoa powder, and cinnamon. Roll them into balls and refrigerate. Each bite provides fiber, antioxidants, and steady energy, making it a perfect midday snack or a gentle evening treat. In summary, prunes are not just about digestion. They represent a powerful yet overlooked ally for people managing diabetes. By combining low glycemic impact, fiber, antioxidants, and unique compounds like sorbitol, prunes offer holistic support, from blood sugar stability to nerve protection and heart health. For those seeking a natural way to manage diabetes, prunes deserve a permanent spot on the menu. Number 2. Dried apples, a sweet snack with surprising benefits. At first glance, dried apples may appear to be candy in disguise. They are sweet, chewy, and often considered no different from sugar-laden apple chips. But when prepared properly, without added sugar, without frying, and with the skin intact, dried apples become a concentrated source of fiber and polyphenols that can bring meaningful benefits to people living with diabetes. The key is choosing the right kind and eating the right amount. Let us begin with their glycemic profile. Dried apples have a glycemic index ranging from 29 to 35, depending on how they are processed and their moisture content. Their glycemic load is approximately 10 to 12 for a quarter-cup serving. This places them in the low to moderate impact range, meaning they can be safely enjoyed when paired smartly with protein or healthy fat. Unlike apple juice or applesauce, which remove most of the fiber, dried apples retain valuable compounds that slow sugar absorption and regulate digestion. A quarter-cup serving of unsweetened dried apples, which is about 10 grams, provides 70 to 80 calories. That same portion contains about 2.5 grams of fiber, 17 grams of natural sugar, and small amounts of potassium and vitamin C. While these numbers may not seem dramatic, the true strength of dried apples lies in their polyphenols. Two in particular, quercetin and chlorogenic acid, play important roles in regulating blood sugar, improving vascular function, and protecting the nervous system. Quercetin, found abundantly in apple skins, is a flavonoid with strong antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties. Research published in the Journal of Nutrition and Metabolism has shown that quercetin enhances insulin receptor activity, helping the body use insulin more effectively. This is particularly important in type 2 diabetes, where insulin resistance is a central problem. Chlorogenic acid, another compound concentrated in apples, has been shown to slow glucose absorption in the intestine and improve fasting blood sugar levels. One clinical trial published in the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that daily intake of apple polyphenols for 8 weeks resulted in a 13% reduction in fasting blood glucose. Another study demonstrated a 21% reduction in post-meal glucose spikes when apple polyphenols were consumed alongside fat-based meals. This highlights the power of food pairing. Eating dried apples with walnuts or almond butter not only enhances flavor, but also improves the metabolic response. The benefits extend beyond blood sugar. For nerve health, quercetin and related polyphenols reduce oxidative stress in vascular tissues, which improves blood flow to peripheral nerves. This can help alleviate symptoms of diabetic neuropathy such as burning, tingling, or numbness in the feet. Improved circulation also supports kidney health by reducing the oxidative stress that damages delicate tissues in the urinary system. The mild sorbitol content in apples adds hydration benefits, gently supporting kidney and bladder linings under glycemic stress. Dried apples also play a role in weight and appetite regulation. Research has shown that apple polyphenols improve leptin sensitivity. Leptin is the hormone that signals fullness to the brain. In diabetics, leptin resistance is common, leading to overeating and weight gain. By improving leptin sensitivity, dried apples can help curb cravings, especially late at night. This makes them a useful snack for those seeking to manage both blood sugar and weight. From a practical standpoint, dried apples can be transformed into satisfying diabetic-friendly recipes. One example is apple walnut cinnamon clusters. To make them, chop dried apples, mix them with crushed walnuts, chia seeds, and cinnamon, and gently warm the mixture with a teaspoon of water until it becomes sticky. Once cooled, the mixture can be shaped into small clusters. Each cluster provides fiber, healthy fats, antioxidants, and slow-release natural sweetness, making it a perfect snack for controlling both hunger and blood sugar. There are important cautions to keep in mind. Many commercial apple snacks, such as chips or fruit leather, are heavily processed, fried, or coated with sugar. These products behave very differently in the body, causing blood sugar spikes and increasing inflammation. To reap the health benefits, it is essential to choose unsweetened, sulfur-free, dehydrated apple slices with the peel intact. The ingredient list should be short and simple. Apples, nothing else. Chewing dried apples slowly can also make a difference. A study in the Appetite Journal noted that people who chewed food longer and paired it with warm liquids reported greater satiety and reduced nighttime cravings. For diabetics, this simple habit can translate into fewer episodes of overeating and better overnight blood sugar control. In summary, Dried apples, when chosen wisely, are not just a sweet snack. They are a functional food that can stabilize blood sugar, support nerve health, protect the kidneys, and even aid memory and cognitive function through compounds like quercetin. By combining them with protein or healthy fats, limiting portion sizes, and avoiding processed varieties, diabetics can safely incorporate dried apples into their diet as a tool for both pleasure and healing. Number 3. Cashews, the creamy seed that balances. Blood sugar and hormones. Cashews are often viewed as a guilty pleasure, creamy, slightly sweet, and dangerously easy to overeat. Some even believe that cashews are too high in carbohydrates to be safe for people with diabetes. But this is a misconception. When consumed in their raw or dry roasted forms and in the right portion sizes, cashews are not only safe, but remarkably beneficial. Far from being harmful, they are a functional food with measurable effects on blood sugar control, inflammation, and even hormonal balance. First, let us clarify what cashews are. Despite being grouped with tree nuts, cashews are technically seeds that grow from the cashew apple, a tropical fruit. They are always sold shelled and heat-treated because their outer shell contains urushiol, the same irritant found in poison ivy. By the time cashews reach your table, they are completely safe to eat and ready to provide a unique nutritional profile. Cashews have a low glycemic index of around 25 and a glycemic load of just 3 for a 1-ounce serving. This makes them one of the lowest impact foods for blood sugar stability. A 1-ounce portion, about 18 to 20 cashews, contains approximately 157 calories, 5 grams of protein, 12 grams of healthy fats, 8.5 grams of carbohydrates, and nearly 1 gram of fiber. They also provide 168 milligrams of magnesium, almost 40% of the daily value, along with iron, phosphorus, potassium, and zinc. Magnesium is particularly important for people with diabetes. According to research published in the Diabetes Care Journal, low magnesium levels are strongly associated with insulin resistance and poor glycemic control. Supplementing with magnesium has been shown to improve fasting blood sugar and HbA1c levels. Cashews are a natural dietary source of this critical mineral, making them a convenient way to boost intake without supplements. Cashews also influence glucose metabolism through their effect on GLUT4 transporters. GLUT4 is a protein that acts like a doorway, allowing glucose to move from the blood into muscle and fat cells for storage or energy. In type 2 diabetes, GLUT4 activity is impaired, leading to high blood sugar. Research in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition has shown that diets including cashews improved GLUT4 activity and insulin sensitivity in adults with type 2 diabetes. One clinical trial found that eating unsalted cashews daily for 8 weeks improved fasting blood sugar by up to 10%, increased good HDL cholesterol, and lowered oxidative stress. Beyond blood sugar, cashews provide cardiovascular protection. Their monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fats help improve lipid profiles, reducing LDL cholesterol and increasing HDL. Their anacardic acid compounds have anti-inflammatory properties that promote blood vessel flexibility and reduce vascular stress, lowering the risk of hypertension and kidney damage, 2 common complications of diabetes. Cashews also play a surprising role in hormone regulation. They are rich in healthy fats and magnesium, both of which support leptin sensitivity. Leptin is the hormone that signals fullness. Many diabetics experience leptin resistance, which leads to overeating and weight gain. By restoring leptin sensitivity, cashews help regulate appetite and reduce late-night snacking. Cashews also contain tryptophan, a precursor to serotonin, which supports mood stability and restful sleep. For individuals who struggle with anxiety-driven hunger or nocturia, the calming effect of cashews can be especially helpful. From a practical perspective, cashews can be turned into diabetic-friendly snacks. For example, cashew cinnamon sleep clusters are simple to prepare. Mix chopped unsalted cashews with flax seeds, almond butter, cinnamon, and a pinch of sea salt. Add a teaspoon of warm water. Roll into small balls and chill. Eating 1 or 2 clusters 30 minutes before bed provides magnesium, healthy fats, and fiber, supporting both blood sugar stability and relaxation. As with any food, moderation matters. The recommended portion is 1 ounce per day, about 18 to 20 cashews. Eating large amounts may lead to excess calorie intake, which can hinder weight management. Flavored varieties such as salted, honey-roasted, or chocolate-covered cashews should be avoided, as added sugar and sodium cancel out their benefits. People with nut allergies or advanced kidney disease should consult their healthcare provider before including cashews in their diet. In summary, cashews are not a guilty indulgence, but a strategic food for managing diabetes. They combine low glycemic impact, essential minerals, healthy fats, and unique bioactive compounds that improve insulin sensitivity, reduce inflammation, and balance hormones. When eaten in moderation and in their pure form, cashews can transform from an occasional snack into a daily ally for metabolic health and overall well-being. Now let us take a moment to recap what we have learned today. Prunes. They are sweet and chewy, yet surprisingly low on the glycemic scale. They support blood sugar stability, protect the nerves, and aid digestion. Dried apples. When prepared correctly, they retain their fiber and polyphenols. These compounds improve insulin sensitivity, strengthen nerve health, and even support memory and cognitive function. Cashews. Creamy, nutrient-dense, and much more powerful than most people realize. They help with glucose control, balance hormones, and promote stability during the night. The most important lesson is this: portion size and preparation matter. When eaten in small amounts, without added sugar or unnecessary flavoring, dried fruits can transform from so-called forbidden snacks into daily healing allies. Here are 5 golden rules for people with diabetes when it comes to eating dried fruits. Rule number 1. Always choose varieties that are unsweetened, with no added sugar and no oils. Rule number 2. Keep your portions moderate. For dried fruits, that means 1/4 cup. For cashews, that means about 1 ounce, or roughly 18 to 20 nuts. Rule number 3. Pair dried fruits with a source of protein or healthy fat. This simple habit lowers the glycemic load and helps your body handle sugars more gently. Rule number 4. Eat slowly and chew thoroughly. This improves digestion, increases feelings of fullness, and prevents overeating. Rule number 5. Monitor your personal blood sugar response. Every individual body is unique, and what works for one person may not be the same for another. When followed correctly, these rules allow dried fruits to move from being feared to being embraced, becoming an enjoyable and safe part of a healing diet. Dear friends, living with diabetes does not mean living in fear of every sweet bite. It means learning how to make wise choices, how to turn food into medicine, and how to discover healing in unexpected places. Even something as simple as dried fruits, once thought to be dangerous, can become a safe and nourishing part of your journey when eaten correctly. Prunes, dried apples, and cashews remind us of a powerful truth. Health is not only about what we avoid, but also about what we embrace. By respecting portion sizes, by choosing natural, unsweetened forms, and by pairing foods in smart ways, we can enjoy sweetness without harm. More importantly, we can support our blood sugar, our nerves, our kidneys, our heart, and even our sleep. If today's video gave you a new perspective, I invite you to take one small step. Try adding one of these foods into your daily routine. Start with a single serving. Watch how your body responds, and notice the changes over time. Healing does not happen in one day, but with consistent choices, it becomes real. And now I would love to hear from you. Which of these 3 dried fruits have you tried before? Did prunes surprise you with their power? Did dried apples change the way you snack? Or did cashews give you the comfort and balance you were looking for? Please share your experience in the comments. By doing so, you not only help yourself, but also inspire others in our community. Before you go, remember to give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful, subscribe to Nutigood HealthBook, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss future content. Together, we will continue exploring natural ways to manage diabetes, improve health after 50, and build a life of energy, clarity, and peace. Thank you for spending this time with me today. Stay well, stay hopeful, and always remember, what you put on your plate can become your strongest medicine.